Hi, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I've been getting a lot of requests for a drawstring bag. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you the easiest and quickest way to do a drawstring bag. You don't even need a safety pin to weave your drawstrings through the bag. You can skip that part. I can show you just how easy it is. So let's get started. The finished size of this bag is approximately 15.5 inches by 19.5 inches. You'll need a half a yard of each of the fabric for the outside and for the lining. Here's how I recommend you cut your fabric out. When you purchase fabric, it's always folded in half on the bolt of fabric, and your selvage edges are usually brought together. So you want to leave it folded. And the first step you want to do is cut this raw edge straight. So place your ruler along there, and if you have a cutting mat, it'll make it a lot easier. Just line up your ruler on the lines on your cutting mat and cut this edge straight. And to cut the drawstrings, all you have to do is move your ruler over 2 inches and do a cut. Don't move your fabric, move the ruler over again and cut a 2-inch wide strip. And again, those are your drawstrings. Then to cut out the main portion of the drawstring bag, move your ruler over 16 inches. Remember, don't move the fabric. And then do your last cut. Bring the front sides, the pretty side of your fabrics together. Then place pins all around the edges, and at one end you're going to leave an opening about large enough for your hand to fit through. And when you're stitching around all 4 sides, you're going to backstitch on each side of the opening. So start here, backstitch, and stitch 1/4 inch seam around all 4 sides, and when you come back here, backstitch again. After stitching around all 4 sides, then you want to go to the 4 corners that you have and cut the width of this corner down to about 1/8 of an inch wide. So I usually will go across like this at a diagonal, and then I'll do a little bit on each, just a little bit on each side of the corner. And what this does is once you turn it front side out, it takes care of some of the bulk so that your corners won't be too lumpy. Reach inside of your opening and begin turning it front side out. Reach inside the bag and make sure you poke these corners out. Now you can use something like a chopstick or anything that looks something like this and just begin to poke at those corners. If you don't have anything you can use to poke it out, then take a little straight pin and tug on the fabric gently and begin pulling it out. Do this next step at your ironing board. You're going to take the opening edges and fold them inside 1/4 inch and press. Then continue to press the entire drawstring bag flat. Take your 2 strips for the drawstring and fold them in half, bringing the back sides of the fabric together. Fold them in half and press it all the way down the end of the strip. Then take it and unfold it, and then fold the raw edges into the center and press them all the way down. So now you're going to take this, after you've done that, go ahead and press it in half all the way down the end of the strip. To make the drawstrings, take your 2 strips of fabric and have the back side facing up. Fold the strip in half and press it all the way down to the end of the strip. Then after that, you're going to unfold it, and you're going to see your fold line going down there in the center where you pressed. Now take your raw edges, bring them into that center fold line and press all the way down the full length of the strip, and then after that take each end and fold it in about 1/4 of an inch and press it, then fold in half again and press the full length of the strip all the way down. Now stitch across the end and back stitch a couple of times, and then turn it and continue stitching along the edge all the way down to the other end, and then stitch across this end and back stitch. Have the lining side facing up. Take one of your drawstrings and lay it about 1 inch from the edge here, and on one end you'll have maybe 3 or 4 inches hanging out on one side. Take your other drawstring and lay it on top, and then on this end you'll have 3 or 4 inches hanging out on this side. Then take the end and fold it over about 1 inch. So from the folded line, go 1 inch, and then place a pin or place pins all the way across over here. Then stitch close to this edge right along here. Have the front side facing up, and then fold it in half. And you're going to have this edge here go about 1 inch past this other side over here. So you're bringing it past just a little ways. Now you have one long piece of drawstring at each end. Take the long piece and fold it across. Take the other long piece and lay it on top. Then take your bottom edge here, fold it over 1 inch, pin it all the way across, and then stitch along this edge all the way. Bring the ends of the drawstring together on each side, and I just placed a pin there to hold them, and then just gently pull on it until the piece that wraps around on the side hits the edge of the fabric. Then go ahead and pin the two sides together on each side. Then you're going to begin stitching, I should say, about 1/4 inch away from where this piece is here. So come out here, and you only need to stitch about 1/8 of an inch from the edge here all the way down, and you do the same thing on this side. On each side of the bag, bring the ends of the drawstring together and tie them in a knot. Turn the bag front side out. And now pull on the drawstrings and close the bag up. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. For other drawstring bags and tote bags, check below your YouTube screen for the video links. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thanks for watching and happy sewing! I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click on the thumbs up button. Don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Don't forget to click on the bell and enter your email address so you'll receive email notifications about my latest videos. I'm Cheryl, and this is a lot of manis. See you next time, and happy sewing!